that topic if you'd like. I'm going to move on to this one. Shang-Chi, to be the moral centre of the MCU. I have pondered down in that graphic, and I've pondered that very specific wording down in the graphic, quite frankly, because I had no other way to word it. I was trying to get this in, and I just could not find a way to get that into that tiny little graphic down the bottom, so I had to get inventive, and that was the best I could come up with. But the general gist of it is this. It's a quote from, who is it coming from? Is it Simu Liu who has said this? I don't know who it said. I think it's Simu Liu. I'm going to have to read it on this monitor here, because my camera's obscuring me. I guess it's going to come down to what the movie people decide to do about him. They have a lot of choices with Shang-Chi, and that's how I pronounce it, Shang. Is that not how you pronounce it anyway? Is it not Shang? There's not really any other way you can pronounce it. A strange thing to say there. They had a lot of possibilities with him that I think they are really kind of interesting. With the departure of Captain America, Chris Evans' character, the Marvel Universe is without a moral centre. Well, he's not gone yet. I spoke about it before. He could be coming back, and sincerely, fingers crossed, hope that he does come back. He was always acting as that part. Shang-Chi, on the other hand, what's going on here? This isn't English. Even he's an assassin, even though I think you should be saying there, he's an assassin to start off with. Moral character. At least Englehart and I created, worked with him, and I think that most writers for after that, so he may be in some way Captain America's replacement in the Marvel Universe. I'd love to see this. I said it before, this is why I was very intrigued by the character of Shang-Chi and his introduction into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because he is, in many ways, quite similar to Steve Rogers. He is a man out of time. Not in the sense that Steve Rogers is literally a man out of time, frozen in ice, thawed out, 70, 80 years behind. Simu Liu's Shang-Chi would be a man out of time in the sense that he is out of sync with the North American characters, the Avengers. The likes of Thor, he's out of time as well. I suppose he's a god from space. But he's coming from the Far East. He's coming into an alien landscape. He's a man out of time in a sense. We've got another thing here. Another comment here, just seen it pop up. Oh, we've got two comments. We've got one from Twitch as well. I do apologise, I didn't see that. HBO Max is trying to kill that rumour because it's not true. Oh, I hope not. Nah, that'd be shit. I've just wasted 5 minutes of my life speaking about that, man. I sincerely hope it's true. I seen that though. I did see they were kind of trying to squash it. I hope we get more Harry Potter content, man. She's got that IP with those movies. They've been done and dusted for what, 10 years now. We've got the Fantastic Beasts movies. They've been meh. And of course the Johnny Depp nonsense. We've got Mads Mikkelsen, the Great, coming back. He's never been there, coming in to play Grindelwald. Gellert Grindelwald. I can't speak tonight. There's so much potential for that franchise. I don't know why they're not utilising it more and more. I think Peter Parker Spider-Man would have been first choice as the moral compass after Captain America, but Sony could pull the rug at any point. They could, and that is the trouble with that Peter Parker Spider-Man deal. And it's why we need to get some. I mean, I think I read somewhere that they'd renewed the deal though, that there's more movies now in that deal, and that they'd come to some agreement. I've not seen any official confirmation of that anywhere else though. It was a couple of weeks back, a month back or something. But it's just that it's a rolling contract every 2-3 movies. It doesn't give you that foundation to go further afield with this character and do something interesting with it. Make him a linchpin in the MCU. Of course, he did get handed the glasses. They were a sort of passing of a baton moment for Tony Stark. From Tony Stark to Peter Parker. Peter Parker could be the moral compass because the guy doesn't kill, doesn't he? Not that's his sort of. He's like the Batman of the MCU. He doesn't kill, so he's a goody two shoes. He's a sort of innocent as well. He's a young guy. He's got a pureness about him. But look, man, if they don't do that, if they can't have that stability, the foundation to utilise Peter Parker Spider-Man, then I'm all for Shang-Chi. Because as I did say, I think I get sidetracked like hell. He's a man out of time. He has a lot of similarities to Chris Evans. And he's got that sort of moral compass. His dad was a mobster, sort of leader of a criminal underworld over in China, I think it is. And he's got links to MI6 and stuff like that. He's come out of that environment and he wants to prove himself to be a good man, to be a righteous man. So, man, they have to do something with this character because he's not godlike. He's not a superhero. He's a hero. So we need this guy to be something. He has to have his place in this universe. Just like Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow, had her place in the universe. She wasn't a superhero with God-given ability, but she was the sort of mother, emotional figure. She had ties to Hulk, to Hawkeye, to all these characters. She was holding the fort together during the snap out sort of years when everyone was gone. So we need to do something similar with this character, because he's such a charismatic, likeable guy, Simu Liu. We can't just let his character just be another Hawkeye, and that's not being disrespectful to Jeremy Renner. I love Jeremy Renner, man, but it's just he's there, and that's it. It's not really that interesting. They've done something interesting with him in Endgame, of course, but that aside, he was a bit shit. He had a bow and arrow.